Hi Libra, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your Do They Miss You reading. This will be a 7-card spread, having a look to see if there's someone you were once connected to romantically, if they're missing you. This could be an ex-lover, this could be an ex-spouse, this could be someone you had a short-term relationship with or even a long-term relationship with. This could be insightful to see how they're still feeling, if there's still emotions there, and if there is a possible reconciliation on the horizon between the two of you. Now, just want to say thank you for all your support. If you enjoy this video, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, or comment. I really would appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here, Libra. Let's get straight into it and see. Do they miss you? So if there's anyone out there, under what sign are they missing you? Are they thinking about you? Libra. Do they miss you, Libra? Okay, the Hangman. Someone's definitely feeling imbalanced without you. They feel introverted. They feel something has been turned upside down. Their world has been turned upside down. Their emotions, something's not flowing upright with them. So I feel like there's introverted energy. So either they're not revealing much to anyone around them. Perhaps they're not being very open. Perhaps they're withdrawing. You know, the Hangman is about things being left in suspension. So I really feel like something's in suspense here. So for those that have sort of concluded something with someone and there hasn't been much talk, there hasn't been much closure, or there hasn't been sufficient reasons given as to why you've instigated the breakup or why they've instigated the breakup, the Hangman is really showing that for some of you Librans out there, there is someone that is still held in suspense. So they're feeling they're still held in suspense. And I think it's from you. So you've somehow caused these feelings of this person feeling introverted, or they're feeling like things aren't going upright, things aren't flowing like they're supposed to. Maybe they're wanting friendship, maybe they're wanting closure, but I feel like at this point in time, this person is feeling like things are completely upside down. So I think everything's reversed for them. They're going through quite a reversed energy. Energy really ebbs and flows. So I feel like if you have encountered quite a nasty breakup or quite an emotionally intensely fueled breakup, I think it's affected this person in other areas of their life, in their career, their personal life, their day-to-day. I don't think they're ready to date or they're ready to get with someone or emotionally commit to them as yet, is what I'm seeing. For others, of course, this person might have already moved on, but with the Hangman, I feel like, they're still introverted. They're still questioning things. They're still in suspense, or they're still wanting closure from you in some regard here. But I think, this is devastation as well for some. So I feel like there is devastation coming through with the Hangman. Okay, five of Pentacles. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, someone didn't see it coming. Five of Pentacles, she's shying away from what's looming in front of her, the big issue, the big problem, whatever has happened in your relationship. The Earth sign, it could be any sign really, but it is associated with Earth energy. The Earth sign is shutting away their eyes. They're not ready to open up and see their newly created world. That the star of creation sits above her. So I feel as though there's an Earth sign, female or male, that isn't ready to accept what's going on around them, the set of circumstances. So I feel like there's a lack of acceptance, or, there's narrow-mindedness, because when we're blind, we can't see, we can't be open, we can't be receptive. So I feel like someone is shutting themselves away. Now, this could be the same person, this could be different people here, but I feel like someone sort of either shut their heart to love, shut themselves off to their friends or their family, and they haven't revealed, or they refuse to accept how things have ended, or what was said, or what was done. This is refusal, it's devastation, it's feeling lack, it's feeling limited. So someone limited, sorry. So someone feels limited in a way, or restricted. Maybe they can't approach you now because you've moved on, Libra. Maybe they can't move forward right now because the way things ended, it seems very certain or very cemented. And right now, I feel like there's no room for this person to move with this Five of Pentacles energy. It's feeling like you're missing something, feeling like you're not seeing something. So I feel like they feel really devastated or limited or restricted, if that makes any sense for any of you out there. Okay, King of Cups shows attachments and emotions, especially coming from water signs. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but it is an indicator of love, affection, feeling like this connection was very intense. For some of you, there is a water sign out there who's missing you dearly, who is still in love with you, Libra. Now, whether or not they've told you this or they've told anyone around them, maybe they've tried to deny their feelings. You know, this could be suppression, this could be denial. But deep down, there's still care or attachment or love. And they might not show these things as well. As I said, there's restriction or suspension. Something is not being out in the sun. Something is not being put out there. Something is not being freed. Emotions, thoughts, words. But really deep down on some level, this person still cares. Especially if it is a water sign. You know, you see this what looks like a merman god, and he emerges from the deep blue. So I feel like this is something that's very hidden, or something that's very deep or close to their chest. And maybe they have been trying to deny their own feelings in a way, trying to suppress their own feelings. But really, I think deep down there's still care, there's still attachment, there's still sentimentality, and there's still memories of you, or of your relationship and or connection. Okay, the Six of Pentacles, more earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I'm seeing that there's a release here. So I feel like there's an emotional release that needs to happen on this person's behalf. The Six of Pentacles is inundation. I feel like this person is either be going to feeling, they're coming to a point where they're suppressing and they're bottling up their feelings so much. They're going to come to a point where they feel extremely overwhelmed by emotions, overwhelmed by thoughts, overwhelmed by memories of you, overwhelmed by communication from you or from their communication to you. You know, to go from the Five of Six of Pentacles, this is some sort of growth or emotional release that's to happen on this person, on this person's end. Whether or not you'll hear from them and they'll give you this outpour of emotion, this flowing of emotion. But this is generosity and care. So I almost feel like if you're still connected to someone you talk to about, they've done something or will do something that show they care. Whether it's subliminal, whether it's direct, I feel like there's something that will happen from this person's end, and you will see that they still care about you in some way, Libra. Now, this could be helping you with money. This could be helping you with material possessions, helping you to move, helping you to find a job, helping you, set you up with someone. Whatever it is that they're doing, it's coming from a good place, which is what I'm sensing. Now, of course, for some of you, this won't resonate. Maybe there's a lot of hatred or a lot of, there's no wanting to reconcile or wanting for help or care or assistance in some way. But I think for those that have been married or still have assets or children that are connected under your names, I feel like with these pentacle cards coming through, this is assistance in finance, or you being linked together in some regard because of investments, finances, assets, children, or something of this kind here. But I do see a growth. That change from Five to the Six of Pentacles. Lovers card, Gemini coming through here. Especially those that have been engaged or married, you can see the doves beautifully whisking away this person's crown, which almost looks like a ring here. So I feel like for those that have been engaged or planning to get engaged or previously married to this person, they're very much still thinking about you. There's a lot of devastation this person is going through. So I definitely feel like you were either engaged or bounded or said to be wed. I think there's a certain intensity coming in. The Lover's card is soulmates and it's twin flames. So I really feel like there's a soulmate or twin flame that's missing you dearly. There's a lot of devastation. So this person is genuinely hurt or devastated about the way things happened or ended. Now, of course, as I said, there's suppression and someone not seeing the bigger picture. So, of course, it's someone that isn't able to commit or admit to their wrongdoing, or it's someone that isn't able to register maybe what you did wrong in the relationship here, because it's just suppression. This is closing yourself off to something because you're not ready to see the big picture here. So there's still someone that's thinking about you. The Lover's card, it's intensity, it's a twin flame soulmate connection here. So I feel like there's someone that they're still attached to you, either through investments, there's still a link here through friendship. But I think there's someone that's definitely missing your love, your affection, Libra, your breeziness, your outgoingness. You made them feel like a different person. And I feel like they feel different. They feel introverted. They don't feel like the same, this column here. They don't feel like they're the best version of themselves because you made them feel one way. And now they feel incomplete, or they feel introverted. They feel like everything has been turned upside down since your connection ended, is what I'm seeing here. So they feel different than before. Six of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy coming through with the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is about movement, up and away. What I'm seeing here is this person wants to leave behind the dark and go into the light. So they're wanting to have that transition. And I honestly think this transition takes place because the swan-like bird he leaves, is embarking on a journey, takes flight. So I feel like there's definitely some sort of change this person is going through. They're trying to leave behind the bitterness, the anger, the suppression, the negative or the toxic energies that were associated with this relationship. And they're trying to remember the good. They're trying to be hopeful, I think, in a way. But I think there's someone that's trying to leave and heal from this completely, Libra. You're the Swords. I feel like this person, if it is an air sign, or any sign really, I feel like they're trying to leave it behind. They want to be carried away into the realm of happiness, and they want to leave behind the dark ravens, the uncertainty, the clouded judgment, the suppression. They're trying to do that. I don't think right now, but they will be soon, because I said there's a transition, there's a growth that's taking place here. So I do think they'll be whisked away eventually and they'll be able to heal. It's just a matter of time or so. But I think they're feeling a whirlwind of emotions right now. With the Ten of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. 10 of Pentacles is solid foundations, seeing your vision, familiarity. For some of you, I feel like you'll reconcile with this person, but maybe not in a relationship again. For some it will be. Some you might have another relationship, maybe a better one this time round. But I feel for some of you, again, it's like a family card, the 10 of Pentacles. So there's a notion of you being reconciled for a family event. Or this person still feels familiar to you in some regard. So either you work with them, there's a working environment based on commerce. So there's possibly you still see them through your career, or you're still linked to them through business somehow, or investments, financial gains, assets, material possessions, or something like this. But it's solid foundations with the Tower here, with the 10 of Pentacles. So someone's trying to rebuild themselves, is what I'm seeing. In all honesty, I feel like maybe this isn't happening now, but I think it will happen soon. They're trying to rebuild either your connection, or they're trying to rebuild their life. And they're trying to move away from the past, from the darkness, from things that weren't known, into the light. So I feel like they're trying to rebuild themselves in a big way here, in a lot of different ways, a lot of different facets of their life they're trying to change, because remember, they're an introverted energy, so everything's been turned upside down, and it's time. I feel like they're picking themselves up, they're dusting themselves off, and they're moving on, whether it's back to you or it's moving on into healing, which the King of Cups can represent. It's healing in emotion, it's being the governor of your own emotions, it's having that power within yourself to be able to dictate how you feel about a person, about a relationship, about a connection, etc. So look, I will leave it at that, Libra. I hope this has been insightful. Thank you once again for watching. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, or comment. Otherwise, hopefully we'll chat next week. Take care. Bye for now.